Hello, I am Luca Isolani.
And I'm Maarten Vandenbemden. And together we are the two assistants of the Volterra Project, and we have been doing that for a couple of years now. We are also two-thirds of the Volterra Project trio, alongside Antigoni, and since we came here many years ago as a student, have been following the philosophy of the Volterra Project over the past couple of years, and have been also just very much involved with the entire project itself. We have come to the conclusion that the very unique palette of courses that are offered here at the Agriturismo, starting with physiology, going into music business, and then also the very particular course of acting for guitarists, altogether offer a very specific and unique set of skills that are offered to young players. Combined with the guitar workshops, this of course offers a very broad overview of different approaches to the musician's life that we thought are extremely interesting, but also very difficult to just all put together in one big puzzle, and especially in the short amount of days that we are here. Within 10 days it's quite difficult to really make the connection of all these separate elements to our own practice and to our own stage performance. So we came with an idea. We thought that it would be wonderful to create an extra workshop specifically made for the Volterra Project, in which our striving is to bring together all the different elements of the philosophy into one big circle that complements and implements everything that is being done here on campus. And we thought that an excellent method to go about it, a good approach, would be the art of improvisation.
The title of the workshop is Improvisation as a Tool. For this year's edition, we decided to create and to conceive a series of 5 workshops. Each one of those workshops will be focused on, let's say, 3 aspects of improvisation, and the 3 keywords that we used for each one of the lessons were variation, translation, and reaction. That are features that can be easily used by the young guitarists on both in both the practice room and on stage. So the practice phase and the performance phase.
Often classical musicians that are so used to work with scores have this idea that improvisation is something frightening and something that is extremely difficult to do, in which only things could go wrong. And so the first thing that we tried to develop in this week was to reverse that mentality and just reverse psychology into a safe space in which actually nothing can go wrong, and in which every unexpected feature in the music or every unexpected event in the music became an invitation to actually improvise around it. And that's also why our first keyword, variation, is actually a way of going about repertoire that we often have studied until the smallest detail of sound and of color and of vibration and timing, and to completely throw away, in a way, everything that we have done with it. So to go experiment very expressively and very explicitly with different articulations, different dynamics, different tempos, as to really open our ears and our eyes again to the possibilities that are in the music. Because we are convinced that in the practice room that can often open a completely new perspective and just refresh our entire connection to the music, and that on the stage it can just sometimes be a way to really awaken ourselves and to come into a very alive energy that for sure is felt enormously also towards the audience.
In the translation workshop, we thought that we should integrate the acting skills and the dancing skills that both Gianluca and Michel brought and shared in their own workshops. We thought and we tried to let the student discover all the challenges and all the skills that one can acquire, which are basically shared with all other forms of stage arts. So it was really interesting for us to push a bit the limit in sense of letting the students discover how to translate their sense of stage presence, their sense of movement, their sense of own expression through a path which was open to the unexpected and to the excitement.
And then finally, since we worked all together on this workshop, we were usually a group of 10 to 12 people, also the element of reaction was of course one that we absolutely wanted to develop into a certain extent. And that is a place where a lot of elements from the other courses come together, as the work on eye contact and the work on expansion and reduction of energy, transmission of energy, the ability to give to someone else and to receive are really developed in that. And those are of course all skills that in chamber music settings, in group improvisation really come to the foreground, but even the ability and the readiness to react to whatever might happen to ourselves on stage, even in a solo performance, are skills that we truly believe to be very important for any musician and to be developed also from very different angles and points of view.
After the whole week that we spent with the students, we believe that we managed to invite them in opening up to a new experience where improvisation is the tool through which break out of the comfort zone we very often stuck in.
And since we believe that we can happily conclude that our improvisation of this impro course has been a very nice first tryout, of which we took a lot and we believe everyone on campus, we very happily invite you also to open your ears, open your eyes, whether you're a musician or not, to all possible inputs, different ways of seeing things, really trying to break out of the box that often we don't realize that we are in. And we are convinced that many beautiful surprises might be awaiting you.